What's up, everyone, and good morning from Puerto Galera, Philippines. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today starts our second day of careful, there's quite a bit of traffic this morning. Today starts our second day of our open water advanced certification. We started it Monday. That was one of the things we wanted to do while we were down here, was get our advanced open water. We tried to do it the last time we were down here, just didn't work out. This time it's working out. So that's what we're doing. It was fun. I had said I wanted to see a octopus and a seahorse while we're down here. Those were the two things that I said I wanted to see in the ocean. And Monday, on our first dive, I didn't bring my camera. I should have, but we were doing our course and everything like that, and I got to see an octopus. But I guess it don't count unless you got it on camera. But I did get to see the octopus. Hopefully we'll see another one. So that's what we're doing this morning. Today we're doing our deep dive. What is it? 30 meters, Lit? The 30 meters. And then once we get certified, that'll just open up a different experience in diving. We can go a little bit deeper and do a little bit more challenging dives. That's what we're doing today. We're excited. Do have a night dive coming up. That was one of the things we chose. Was a night dive, so that's going to be fun to get in the ocean at night with flashlights and check everything out. That's what's going on today. A little overcast. But you really got to watch here. Roads are narrow, and you don't watch them, run a chance of getting run over. This is going to give you an idea how far we are from where we're staying up on the hill there at Jack Daniel's Apartments down to our dive shop. That's Atti's dog. See a little bit of activity this morning, right? These guys here are the guys that rent the motorbikes. They got an NMAX in there. They have some pretty nice looking motorbikes. What's that like?
That's Trish's friend.
Whose friend?
Trish. That's the one I saw. This is the model on.
Oh, okay. She's a model. Okay. That building's pretty cool. I never bothered to look up to look at that. I'm sure it's a hotel or something. That's neat looking. Still got their Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's sign up. Here's down here is where you grab a trike too. Here's your trike guys down here. So if you want a trike, there's your trike. There's the jeepney. I don't know where the jeepney runs. Tomorrow we're going, and where are we going tomorrow? Mindoro. Calapan. We're in Mindoro. Calapan,
like a big city.
Yeah. The big city tomorrow. I'll go down there and check out the big city. See what that city is like. Morning. You see the progress on the concrete boardwalk. They call it a boardwalk, but it's not. It's a concrete walkway. Doesn't look like the boardwalk back at the Jersey Shore. Yeah, low tide this morning. So here it is. That's how long it takes for us to get down here to the dive shop. I know somebody asked me about Captain Greg's what's going on with Captain Greg's. Can you do me an update on Captain Greg's? And we're gonna do that. I'm gonna give you an update on Captain Greg and the progress of Captain Greg's. It's coming along great. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, it's time to get in the water. All right, guys, we are back. Guys, I have 46 1/10 dives in so far in my diving career. 1/10. Why do you say 1/10? Well, we went out for our dive, for our training dive, for our advanced course. We were diving at a wreck called the Almagene, 30 meters down. Got into the water, started descending down. It was a little on the murky side. One point I looked and I seen a jellyfish, and we're descending. I'm looking at my watch, my dive computer and stuff, and I could feel we're getting deeper and deeper. Then it just broke open, and I could see the sand, but we didn't see the wreck. So I get down there, and I'm looking. We're about, I don't know, we're about 30, no, not 30. 25. About 25 meters down. And Luis and the dive instructor, I seen him start the course. Like he pulled out this little board, and what he wanted us to do was look at the colors in the board to see what we see, and then I was going to turn on my light to see what colors they actually are. So I started positioning myself over to the side so I could see and film LUT, and all of a sudden I lost control of my breathing. You know, if you dive, you know what I'm talking about. You got this regulator in your mouth, and you're taking in air, breathing out air. It's not like sitting here breathing, like breathing through your nose. And I started just losing control of my breathing. And in my mind, I'm saying, calm down, get your breath back, get your breathing back. And I just couldn't. I couldn't. I was fighting it. And it was like it was like I went into like a panic mode, right? And the whole time, I had another dive instructor tell me, listen, when something happens, always count to 10 and reassess. I'm trying to count to 10 in my mind, but I could not get my breathing under control. So I went over to where they were, and I tapped the dive master. I'm like, up. And he's like, calm down. Breathe. And I'm like, it ain't happening. I've been trying to get under control. All I wanted to do at this point in time was get up. And he's like, okay. And he turns to LUT, and they come over, and we start our ascent. Now, I'm not, like, my mind's not freaking out. I'm not having, like, these big flashes of my life going before me, and I'm going to die and everything like that. The only thing I was thinking was, I want to get to the top. I just want to get to the top. And I could not. I mean, the whole time I'm thinking, come on, get this under control. And I just couldn't. I couldn't, no matter how hard I tried. And at one point, I went to my regulator. And the dive master, he grabs my hand and he's holding it. And then I'm like looking, and he thought I was going to pull it out of my mouth. Panic, pull it out of my mouth. Well, my mind's not gone at this point in time, because I'm like, if I pull that out of my mouth, I'm going to be breathing air. I'm not Aquaman. You know what I mean? So, and he has a hold of me. He has a hold of me. He's got a nice strong hold on me in case I, start just basically freaking out. So then we get up to about 9 meters, and we stop. I'm looking at my dive watch. I'm like, yo, we're not at 5. Let's get to 5 so we can do our 3-minute, safety stop. And he's just like, and the whole time I'm still, and I'm not getting dizzy. I'm not like going to pass out or anything like that. Finally, we start ascending again. We get to that 5 meters, and I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, come on. This is going to be the longest 3-minute safety stop in my life. So I see my watch is ticked out at 3 minutes, and I'm like, up. He's pointing at his watch. He has a more advanced watch. He's pointing at his watch, and I'm like, oh, come on. Finally, we hit 3, and he's like, go. Got up there. As soon as I got to the top, first thing I did was just, and I took some nice deep breaths, and I even took in some salt water at that point in time. I didn't care. Inflated my BCD, which is like a life preserver. You put air in it. And I'm just sitting up there. But then I got my BCD too tight. my lungs were getting crushed. I let some air out of that. But yeah, wow, what an experience. What an experience. I would say, listen, the main thing is, the key thing, if you consider diving, you might not after my story, you better be with a pretty damn good dive instructor. You know, Dave is in my opinion, he's the best. You know what I mean? He was not going to let me ascend too fast. He was not going to let anything happen to me. He had a hold of me. He knew what he was doing, and my life was in his hands, getting me up to the top. So yeah, I mean, make sure you have a damn good dive instructor with you. Got up, got in, and he goes, "You going out again?" I'm like, yeah. He goes, most people, when situations like that happen, they won't go out. They're like, I'm done. I'm done diving. I'm done this. I'm done that. I didn't have that. It wasn't that I was like scared to death. It's like I overcame this, but now how do I correct it to where it doesn't happen again? You know, that's the big thing. If you have something that has scared you or gave you a fear in life and you're afraid to do it anymore, I can understand, but to overcome that fear or overcome that situation, you have to do it again. You have to do it again. Some people had, a real scary experience in life, and, maybe they might need a therapist to help them through it, but you have to, if you fall off the horse, you got to get back up on that horse. So we did our second dive and got down there, 12 meters, 15 meters. I was fine. I was breathing fine. The panic thing wasn't running through my head where I was, oh my God, is it going to come back? It wasn't running through my head. None of that was running through my head. But yeah, what an experience. It's a learning experience. Somebody you might say, you need to quit diving, Philly. No, I'm not going to quit diving. You learn. On each dive, you learn. So anyways, guys, that's enough of me rambling. I'm just going to leave you with some of the underwater videoing that I did on our second dive. Did a lot of coral and a little bit of fish. But yeah, mostly coral. But anyways, guys, remember, if there's something in life that has gripped you with fear, the only way to overcome it is to get back up on that horse. So enjoy the video.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, My will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately. The other ring on my wrist is gold.